about being a baby and then decides she wants to be grown. It's usually the opposite for me. She's grown and then wants to be a baby.
And see what you said about Kaylee and her verbiage and her talking vernacular and all that stuff.
Where's that come from?
I credit that to us. I never talked to them like they were babies.
I don't talk to her like
it was never no gaga, goo goo, nanny, nanny,
Nah.
poo poo. Never. It was, hey, bring your ass here. Go sit down. You know what I'm saying? It was real conversation.
Welcome to episode 2, right?
That's how you ball.
Of That's How You Ball, sponsored by DH12, Jet Academy, Shoot
Coach P.
Coach P, what's up?
Coach P is sponsored.
Doing the best we can right now. So, yes, to what you were saying. And today we are going to basically discuss programs and parenting. So I guess we can just go ahead and get into it. Mine is more so like, I ain't gonna lie to you, and we'll go back to shout out Coach P because this is hilarious. Yesterday after practice, boy, I made Hazel run.
Why?
I don't know, I was on her ass.
What did she do yesterday? Let me think.
But when she gets tired at the end.
Okay, but then it comes down to parents. We see and know things that everybody else doesn't know.
Right.
So I can't even get mad.
We were in a third.
Because there's times I get on Kaylee for the same type of shit.
It was 11 to 10. We had the lead, bro. We could have did what we had to do. What are you talking about?
Back to
He should have made it power of that P. You don't know what I'm talking about, do you?
Yo, I do. No, he shouldn't have. Cause
What am I talking about?
He would have been lost in the sauce.
If you say gun, I'm gonna be mad.
No.
Who am I talking about?
He would have stayed wet.
What's power of the P? Rocco and Future.
Nah, it goes way back for me.
All the pretty girls. I feel like I'm in paradise. Young Pluto, young Pluto. I'm gonna say that to P next time.
That'd probably be on repeat here. You gotta find some Detroit people that fuck around.
I'm straight Atlanta, bro. Even though I'm not. I got some diversity about me, bro.
I fuck with it all personally. I like all the music from all over.
No,
places.
I'm not gonna lie. I didn't realize, you know what you don't know about me? Where do you think that side comes from? So, before we get into this, I gotta tell you what happened yesterday at practice, okay? So it's like 11-10 game, and Daylin made a play at the end, and she just beat everybody down the court, bro.
I remember that.
She just beat everybody down the
She
court.
played good defense, and then she took off with
Just took off. And it wasn't the block on Hazel, it was after that.
Okay.
All right? And Hazel was in her head. Because all she had to do was let that thing fly. She went to let it fly. Like we were just talking about to Kaylee, how I said that half a second you're waiting and then you make the pass. It's that half a second you're waiting and you're trying to take the shot. We've gotten to the point you're taking the shot, but it's got to be quicker. But we can't throw the ball. It's got to be quick shot. Daylin takes off, makes a play. We don't score another bucket, bro. Now, Hazel was mad because we took some dumb shots and blah, 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 but she don't get to say that, right? So we're shooting free throws, and she's quiet, and P's telling everybody. He names Kaylee, he names TT in this order. He was TT, Chase, somebody else. Who am I missing? Kaylee was the fourth one, that's what I'm saying. I don't know who it was. Oh, Daylin. It was Daylin. And then he said Kaylee. And he's like, he was looking for a leader, blah, blah, blah. And I can just, Hazel's got this frown on her face. I wasn't having it, bro. Like, he's literally sitting here talking to you about being a leader and all this other stuff. Somebody needs to step up. And we over here almost pouting a little bit, right? And then it kind of got in her head. We missed the free throws, you know, blah, blah, blah. And all of that is going on. And at the end, bro, I just made her run. We got through it, or whatever.
So you made her run because she didn't stand up to say that she was a leader?
No, I made her run because of what's written all over her face.
Okay.
Because of what had unfolded the last 10 minutes. The last 4 buckets of the game, 3 buckets of the game. We did a 2-for-1 with Tristan, who just walked out there and was like, all right, I'll do 2-for-1. She missed it and they had to run 2 sprints. Well, who cares? It's 2 sprints. It's not 1. It's 2. It's not a big deal. Go out there confidently, like, I'm gonna knock this down.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Even if you don't knock it down. So, whatever. And I just like, tired. It was the baby coming out. We had been there. We were there early. She do be in
So
the.
when she's tired, the wear and tear that shows on her.
It does show. It shows on the face. So, but the whole point I'm only bringing this up is because P, bro, like, we're walking out. And to P, it's easy, and which I respect. It's a simple answer. We need you to be more aggressive, right? But when he said that, as we're walking out the door, it's just me, Hazel, Millie, and P.
Okay.
All right? They just opened the floodgates for me, and I was like, I'm fucking tired of seeing this. Da-da-da-da-da. I'm sick. You gotta get this shit. Da-da, you know? And it was to the point where I was like, I need to chill. Because I felt like P was like, damn.
Right.
You know?
But I'll give you this, though. The fact that you know that you need to chill is a good thing.
No, I know when I need to chill.
Okay, that's a good thing.
Yeah.
That's definitely a good thing.
But I also know when I need to turn it up a notch when other people are chilling. And I think even if I'm like, I think that's where the simplicity comes in. She's kind of like me where be more aggressive is very vague. Now some people get it,
Right.
you know, but that's not exactly what it was because she took the shot. And I think some people get so, it's like what we were saying with Kaylee, like when you're working on whatever her weaknesses are, you or P can get so used to telling her to get better at that weakness that you don't notice the times that she's doing it correctly and actually making those changes. So that's what I was saying, like of the 5 times, maybe she did it wrong twice, and you're saying 5 times that she did it, she's not being aggressive. That wasn't the case yesterday because she shot the ball. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
If you're just telling her to shoot the ball and be aggressive, that she did do that. And it wasn't that for me. It was the attitude. It was an attitude.
The demeanor.
Yeah, the demeanor, bro, not the attitude. Hazel never has really a bad attitude.
I've never seen her with no attitude.
Right.
And what you're saying, I didn't even see it, maybe because I wasn't looking for it.
Right. And he probably, that's back to that, to my point. He was just saying be more aggressive because that's what he's been saying.
And me personally, I know I be on Kaylee all the time. I know that, she knows that. But the time when I have to take it lighter is when Kaylee's mom's around.
Same.
Because she's a beast.
What do you mean?
She's worse than me with Kaylee.
See, I don't deal with that.
See, you got it good. I have to calm the mom.
I got it good, but everybody thinks I'm an ass.
They've been thinking I'm an ass, so I'm over that part.
I mean, I'm over it, but it's hard.
I mean, to get what we want, you got to be something.
I know, but also that's your girl. That's my girl. So I'll be like going through daddy moments where I'm like,
Yeah, but
you know?
then, but outside of basketball, there's times where you can go be that father.
Oh, I did definitely when we got home.
Right.
They
And I
watched a
seen you
little
yesterday
movie.
how proud you were of Millie when she hit the shot.
Big dog. Like even when Hazel, hold on, I'll get to that in a minute. Even when Hazel missed her free throw or whatever, and that was happening before Millie shot, and we were getting to the end, I went over there and hugged her and kissed her twice. Talking about Hazel.
Right.
Because I could tell she was getting in her head after I was going off a little bit.
And I knew when P had them doing that free throw shit, I knew Katie was finna miss that verse.
Bro, he was so excited they were missing.
Oh yeah, he loved. He want to make them run.
Bro.
It makes conditioning easy when you go out there and mess it up for yourself.
Bro, we missed 4 layups in a row, and he was like, yes.
Right.
It's not 15 no more, it's 25. I was just like, dude, I was loving it too, really.
Yeah, I mean, it's work, man. You can't be afraid of that.
But you gotta make layups
Definitely.
and free throws, but
So-
you gotta make layups.
So either we get stronger or we finish.
We gotta finish, bro. Yeah.
Well, yesterday we were getting stronger.
Oh, you mean with the push-ups?
Hey, it's a win-win for the game, though. You're going to get stronger, play faster, play harder, or you're going to just be a finisher and you ain't got to go through all that.
Right.
And that's what I be trying. That'll be my thing that I tell Caleb. I got this from Mo from FBC. We went to one of his training camps or whatever, and he was telling the girls, you know, the good girls finish. That was his main
I've never
motto.
heard that.
That was his main motto at the thing, the good girls finish.
I'm gonna start using that.
So I took it and adapted it to my own. I tell Kaylee, the good girls finish. Go be a good girl.
Oh yeah, I like that.
And that's just how we run with it. I take a lot of shit from people. I can't even lie to you. But I do turn it into my own. So my biting, it'd be kind of good in my eyes.
Well, you do. In certain situations, you turn it into your own, but I think there's other situations you don't. Like, Hazel wants to, I mean, everybody wants to go to UConn, but because of the whole thing, like, Gino, man, she knows where, she's heard him say this, great players don't get tired. So I say it all the time, and she knows where it comes from. She knows it ain't from me, because she's not doing it for me. If that's really your goal, that's what he's saying.
Right.
You know what I mean? Great players don't get tired. You're out here. And granted, you're 11. You're pouting because you're tired.
Right.
And you're hungry. Like, literally hungry. Not
See,
not hungry for win. Hungry for food, bro.
You're running out.
Yeah, you just need some food, you know?
Right.
But, no, when we were walking out, I knew I had to dial back a little bit based on P's reaction of what I was saying to her.
See, I dial it back all the time when the mom's around. I have to be Kaylee's savior to the mom. The mom is wild. People don't even understand it. They think it's me.
I dial it back because of the mom, but it's a different reason. Mom is like, gonna whip my ass.
Yeah, see, that's different. No.
Your mom, Canelda gonna whip her ass.
Exactly.
That's the difference.
Exactly. And I be trying to get her to understand you can't do that, though.
Myra is like, even today.
We got to take the good with the bad. That's why when Kaylee has great games or does well, I don't try to get too high. And that's another thing people don't understand, too.
See, I feel like I have to.
Kaylee, I don't even want Kaylee out there celebrating. You shouldn't
See, I'm different.
You shouldn't be excited you made a bucket. You should make buckets. Now, you celebrate it when it's in the heat of the moment, and it's something we needed, and, you know, that's different. But just to make a basket and we celebrate, what we doing that for?
I think it's the difference in you and that's why Hazel, I like her being around Kaylee. They got completely different games.
If you pay attention when Kaylee makes a bucket, what she does, turns around and gets right back on defense.
Right, but she plays confidently already. And if Hazel finishes a certain way or something like that under the basket, I feel like I have to be hyped for her to understand the confidence.
I get that. That's why it's different strokes for different folks.
Well, that's a great point, because not to call out, I mean, obviously they know what's going on because we're dealing with it. I'm going to give you the situation. So no matter if our opinion is whatever it is about their kids or how good they are or whatever, they are testing the waters of the program that they want their kid to be in. That's what they're doing.
And I get that, but how could you want your kid to be in a program that's out of state?
If you have Dwight Howard. And the oldest daughter.
I don't care if it's goddamn Michael Jordan's team, and everybody know how I like my mics, but Kaylee wouldn't be playing on Michael Jordan's team in Chicago. It just makes no sense.
Consistent in their name is established, and they may not get the best players every time, but they're consistent enough to get good talent every time. And DH12, dude, I almost had a crisis last year leaving Wood Elite. And we'll talk about Wood Elite in a second.
Mm-hmm.
And it had a lot to do with her friends or whatever. Like Ray goes to school with her and whatever. But honestly, it was more just me being in my head because I don't want to switch teams.
Right.
Because I'm not that I'm old school, but to me, it's a different conversation when you're talking about Kobe and Dirk staying with the same team for 20 years.
I can understand that because I just watched, like, let me give you an example. I just seen a boy that was playing for one team, and in his next clip, he was playing for the other team against the team he was just playing for.
So, I'm going to do some heavy editing on this episode. I'm not going to mention any more girls' names anymore. But that's where we're at. She literally traveled up.
And notice I said prostitution. You can do what you want with your child. I'm not prostituting mine out.
It's tough.
People don't understand. It took me a while to even put her on Instagram. I thought that was a sad part of solicitation.
It didn't take me long.
I had a cousin that had to talk me into it. I used to send them clips of her and what she do.
It's different for me and you because they're undersized and underestimated.
Right.
So it is a must in the world we're in right now.
But he let me know, go on and put it out there to the world and, see what comes from it. And a lot has come from it. I can't even lie. I'm glad I listened to him. Shout out to my cousin Kyrus Brown.
Dude, my 6-year-old got a YouTube channel now.
Millie's gonna be something.
But I feel like I have to do it. You know what I mean?
This is the times we living in, man. These kids be millionaires before they graduate elementary school. You do it right.
Bro, I slick already try to get Hazel to understand that.
I've been trying to get Jace to understand it.
Yeah, that's a different
Jace
conversation.
doesn't want to fool with. He doesn't care about none of that stuff.
It's a sad day when you don't care about. And I'm not gonna say sad because I was the same way. I used to almost hate money, bro.
Nah, the kids don't hate money.
I think that some people don't value money.
They don't value it yet because they don't got to make it for themselves. So as long as we sit up here buying them what they want, what did he care about making money?
Right. But even when I was broke, I didn't understand the value of it. Like I didn't feel like this urge to go get money a certain way. I was telling Hazel about a conversation I had with one of my 8th grade teachers. And this is before I got held back. And we need to have that conversation about reclassing too. Okay? Because I reclassed, but I was going to graduate when I was 17. All right? And I remember guys at 12 that played professional ball. We knew the whole time they were good. So if you're good at 12, I promise you, if you stick with it, you're still going to be good when you get older. That's how it works, bro. It doesn't just come out of nowhere.
Especially if you're doing the work, yeah.
Well, there's only so much work that somebody that can't throw a baseball can do to make.
Okay, you're talking a different sport.
Or anything. Like, this is a totally different conversation.
If I work at throwing the baseball, I'm eventually be good at throwing it.
I don't think so. Not always.
Really?
So this is a conversation of like, you know, the bell curve. You ever heard of that?
Break it down for me.
All right, so
listeners.
All right, so bell curve is you have a chart and you got the 4 quadrants of the chart on the X and Y axis, right? The bell curve is you start on the left side, you're coming, you come up to the top, it meets the top, and it comes back down evenly. So it looks like a bell on the top of the chart, right? The middle part of that chart is 80% of people. When you have enough data sets, it does not matter what you're talking about. You can talk about money, you can talk about sports, you can talk about anything. It literally is, over time, if you get enough data in whatever you're studying, basically 80% of everybody is the same.
Okay.
Right? Then you have your 10% that are exceptional and your 10% that are below average.
Right.
Every time. Okay? So when I was having this argument with a Wood Elite coach last year, because they're talking about work, right? So the idea is, and Kobe is my favorite player ever, but he's got a little bit of a fault of, if you work all the time, let's say you work 7 days a week,
right,
you're supposed to get maximum amount of X, whatever, because I worked every day.
Right.
I maximize my time, right? But that could fall into the other side of that 10% of the bell curve. Like you've almost overworked, and there's a balance point of what it takes to be that exceptional 10%. It doesn't necessarily mean working 7 days a week all the time is going to get you into that 10%. Okay? So if you have Kaylee or you have Hazel and you're 11, 12 years old, and you can only be as good as a 11 or 12-year-old girl can be.
Right.
There's a max on how good work is going to get you to. And that's where, as a parent, I have to like pull myself back and understand, just because we go to the gym for 2 hours doesn't mean you're getting better statistically on anything that can be measured. And that is a statistical, scientific fact, bro. So when all this is false. It is false, bro. Like, if you work 7 days a week, that does not necessarily mean that you're out working people. You're, by the time, the volume and the measurement of it, but you're not getting that. There's a cap to how good you can be at that moment in time.
Right.
And that's what the bell curve is. So when we have certain people that are busting, Kaylee's always in the gym. Hazel's always in the gym. Chase is always in the gym. That's the only three that I see. No offense to anybody else. That's the only three I see online that are always kind of in the gym.
Mm-hmm.
But it doesn't necessarily mean because they're always in the gym, they could be maximizing their potential. It doesn't matter how much work they put in. Like, you have to move forward in time to get that peak to go higher.
As far as getting bigger and all that.
Or whatever it may be. You know what I mean? So I look at somebody, you can go look at LeBron James right now swing a baseball bat, bro.
Mm-hmm.
It ain't happening. Ever. Ever, bro. It just is that way.
Right.
Now, the difficulty of the sport and stuff, that's a different conversation. Like, the man can go play golf half-ass, you know what I mean? But there is, to me, and no offense, like, I took college stats too. Like, that's where I learned the bell curve, but I didn't understand the bell curve until now.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what that is. It's not work harder, get better, necessarily, is what I'm saying. Because if Hazel is 11 years old, hasn't started her cycle, she hasn't grown, I'm 6'1", I'm the shortest in my family. I got two females one of them, she's shaped exactly, they're both 6 foot.
Right.
I fully expect Hazel to be at least 5'9", 5'10". Whatever. If she's not, don't care. But I know my family, But at a 4'11 and a half, 5 foot, 11-year-old playing against girls that are probably reclassing, already started, already moving as fast as they can. Forget the growing, There's just only so much that I can expect out of her.
Right.
And I have to come to grips with that. And going back to the conversation of practice yesterday, it's not about you making that shot.
Mm-hmm.
It's about this.
Taking that shot.
It's taking it and
Yeah, because that goes a long way though. That's another thing I try to play on Kaylee. We shouldn't be able to look at you and know you had a bad game.
Agreed.
Like that should not happen. I'd get on Carter about that, Mr. Moses. I get on you heavily.
I haven't seen him upset. I haven't seen him playing.
You ain't been to many games there. That boy.
I've only seen 2 games.
That boy be ready to get mad at something.
But you know how it is being a young man.
Yeah, I get it, but to have that skill set, boy, the world is gonna eat out your hands sooner or later.
No, he is skilled.
They're gonna eat out your hands sooner or later. You just can't mess it up with that attitude.
Right.
Because a lot of people won't want to touch you. They're gonna back away from that. And I'm not trying to put that on him because that's not what he is.
No, he's not that. And from an outsider looking in, like if I was a scout, because I go into things.
See,
bro.
You've seen it and you're saying you've never seen it. See, I've been around, so I know.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So there's the difference.
Well, he goes to Decula, right?
Mm-hmm.
So people like that, like you should be, know him. But if a scout comes in and I've only seen him twice and I think he has a good attitude, then that's just what I think.
Right.
You know what I mean? And it goes the other way too. I think people just focus on, if a scout comes in, they see you with a bad attitude. Well, what if he comes in and he sees you with a good attitude and you don't usually have one? You see what I mean?
Yeah, so it plays both ways.
Everything. It's the bell curve.
Yeah.
But you need to check that out because it's a fact. And it's with everything. Like any data, I bet Jace knows about it.
I wouldn't doubt it.
For real. Any set of data that you take, it don't even have to be sports. 80% of people are generally the same. IQ that I keep talking to you about.
Right.
That's what it is. It's 95 to 100, bro.
I get it.
So that is one thing that I'm glad that I have learned, that I am able to. It helps me pull back on Hazel because I'm pretty intense, and I think that P thought I was going to come in there and be less intense than him.
Huh.
But it's cool because all the kids like me though, or I've heard that they do. I'm not going to say they do. I don't know. So.
I mean, I got the same thing. So.
Right. But back to the programs, and let's do this. Because we're all getting messages from all the programs, right?
That's what goes on in these days and age.
I mean, every one of us.
Nobody respects that you're on the team.
At all. So we got to start being real.
They don't care about none of that.
And what's cool about the whole thing, I will say this. they don't act like they do that in the open, right? But nobody's hating on anybody for like not going to a team. Like I haven't felt that. Have you? Have you had somebody like offer or talk to you about Kaylee coming to a team and then you not or putting them off and them having a bad attitude?
Nah, because I don't even handle it like that to where you would have a bad attitude with me.
Well,
To be honest with you, but I know some parents that just shit on it and what you know how that go. Like
Yeah.
We've never had no bad attitudes on me letting them know that no, we're gonna rock over here and not over there.
Right. I just use the same excuse every time, like, because we left last year.
So what you be telling?
No, we left in, it was like mid-August of
What
last
did you
year.
tell Woody Lee? And they're still cool with you. So
Nah, they're not. The Wood Elite guys that are cool with me are the ones that are cool with me. Like Jazz at first was a little like, I don't think Jazz was upset with me. One, he had like some stuff going on. That's the first thing. But the second thing, I think when you're around certain people, they start, no matter how cool you are with somebody, you start believing what they believe or thinking how they think. That's a natural thing. And
I can agree, yeah.
you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So the program director, Quentin, probably didn't like it and was like, he said a couple things to me or whatever. But I even offered to play with both teams.
They didn't want you to do it?
He said I couldn't do it. He said I wouldn't be able to.
Why not?
I never got an answer. I didn't even ask. I don't think, but like my genuine response to it, like I'm a bad liar, bro. I don't. Like I told you, my head down at half court on the layup, bro.
Right, yeah.
Was my head down at half court?
I got the photo.
It was a picture of me of something I said that everybody could have laughed at, probably thought was a joke, but I was telling the truth, you know? So it's hard for
I
me to
just
lie.
happened to be going and filming that part that you spoke on happened, and I was like, oh shit.
I was dead ass. So I knew we were about to miss the layup based on the flow of the game. So I was looking down, and I got caught in the picture and was telling the truth. But last August, when all that happened, I basically was like, look, I laid it out for him, like Julia.
See, but y'all were part of a good program. You want to talk to somebody who's part of a
Dude, it is a good program, but man, what makes a good program is when you got a team that you put together that's your best players and you're still trying to make money. With our class in particular, because of the coaching situation in the A and B team, basically we couldn't get one of the bigs and Julia from the other team, right? And if she's put on our team looks a little different. No disrespect to any of the other girls that were on our team. They could have stayed on the team, you know? But there were two girls that if they were added to our team, bro, going back to the Disciples game, all right, we were up 1 with 2 minutes left in the first half. This is a whole rant I'm about to have about this. We were up 1, bro, with 2 minutes left in the first half, all right? Jazz is coaching, doing a great job, everything's going on. Program director walks over. We take the lead. Ask me how we take the lead. And a left-handed assist from Hazel to Morgan on a fast break layup. Running it, bro. All right? Took the lead. He comes over. There's a turnover. Calls a timeout. All right?
director?
The director comes in, sits on the bench, calls a timeout for us. Oversteps Jazz, calls a timeout.
See, that right there is a problem.
This is a good program, though, is what you're saying. All right, and I'm not dogging nobody. This is going to be a tough one, bro.
How'd the coach take that?
He let it ride. Damn, I didn't know he was going 35 already. So he let it ride. The 2 minutes go, and then 1 minute into the second half goes. So a total of 3 minutes. We're up 1, right? In that 3 minute span, they go on a 15-0 run. We're down 14 at this point, right?
Yeah.
We lose by 15. So for 20, what would we play? 14-minute halves? That tournament we played 16-minute halves.
Different ones. It changed.
For 29 minutes out of 32 minutes, that Wood Elite team was down 1 to the Disciples. And in that 3-minute run, they went 15-0. Now, that's not really program fault. That's coaching, bro.
Definitely.
You know. But back to the August thing, the reason I bring that up is because Julia was allowed to play with us that game. Didn't play with us all year. He lets her play with us that game, right? And then Julia also goes to run for the Roses for 6th grade Alabama Southern Stars. Ask your boy about it. They go up there and win that mother. She gets MVP. That's the only tournament she ever played with them. And then, hold on. We got a 2034 girl, great girl. Her name is, I call her
names 2034.
2034 girl. I mean, Bree knows. Like, I fuck with Bree. Like, but it's Tink is who it is. She's playing up with us. Made a difference. Helped us beat the Lady Aces, like, which is her elite now. Anyway, we knew that there should have been a possibility we could play with other teams and other age groups, right? So all of that happens, and the team kind of dismantles itself, bro. Like in August. So in August, the reason I'm name dropping is because I used all of these examples when I talked to Quentin about all you got to do is let me play both. Because you let X, and X play both. But it didn't happen.
Different rules apply for different people. They be in the same situation.
Right. When you got people that you've already invested your time in, granted, I've never had Quentin train. I've never paid Quentin to train Hazel, number one. Let's be real, because all these coaches out here, that's the main problem is the money. And you're trying to get training hours. It just is what it is. Or at least I feel like that is. Right? And if a girl's paying you money and you're training her, they're getting that look more so.
Right.
I mean, is that the same for you?
To a certain extent.
So for me, and I will say this, we had a night where we went out kind of like we did, but it didn't end well because your boy had to tell everybody what he thought in the car.
You did?
Oh yeah.
Oh wow.
So it wasn't bad.
Where was Myra?
She's at home in the hotel.
Oh wow.
But it wasn't bad. It was just I had to let them know that Hazel's going to do what Hazel does regardless of who's trying to hold her back. Consciously or subconsciously. So I even told him that. I'm like, you're not going out of your way to consciously hold my daughter back. I gave him that.
Right.
But naturally, from a humanistic instinct standpoint, that's what's going on.
And that's the same shit my wife tried to say.
So, with all of that, I went and met Pete.
How'd you meet Pete? How'd that happen?
I saw him online.
Really?
That's it.
Okay.
I'm not scared to hit nobody up, which is why I built the team that I built for 2033 GH12. Because I'm going back to what I said about the picture. Tell me I'm lying about anything I just said. I'm not telling you, I'm telling whoever.
Okay.
Y'all can't tell me that I'm lying about any of it. And then, judging based on the record of that same team at the same tournament where we broke down at the end of last year, you see their record and how it has unfolded. And so, this is going to be a lot of editing in this video. This is going to be a clip video.
Right.
But
2-3 minutes at a time.
Right. But the programs are in the north. Woodley is the best program, bro. I will say that. I will give him that. Like north of Atlanta, north of like Marietta.
I always thought highly of Woodley.
Woodley's a great program.
We always want to kick their ass, but we always thought highly of them.
Woodley is a great program, but my daughter is. And you have to deal with this, and we can shift back to the parenting and get off the programs for a minute, because we did this whatever. But my daughter is just like yours. I think that's why me and you see it the same. She's underestimated, They have not seen anything that she's actually capable of. Really. Like,
I be feeling the same way about Kaylee.
Bro.
Yeah, she got a couple highlights on the internet, but I promise you, they haven't seen.
no. Like, I've seen Hazel handle the rock. Dude, even at practice, she knocked down 8 straight threes in like a full speed practice run we were having. That's minimal, bro. She's 11. You know what I mean? And even with Kaylee, how she is point guard wise, I keep talking about that, the only true point guard, handling the rock and everything like that. It's a scary day for some people, I think, for a couple girls other than Hazel and Kaylee too, when they figure it out, bro. And when they grow and become older. You know what I mean? Like, mentally, like, I may be on Hazel's ass, and I guess I am bragging about Hazel because this is
That's your child.
it was a parenting episode.
As you should.
She's fucking cold, bro. I know she is. I know she is. She
I
knows
always
she
be
is.
telling you, at the end of this, Hazel probably going to end up being the best one of them all.
Hazel is cold
She's
because
sitting there soaking this up from a tough group of girls.
the thing is, other than you and Ray's dad, Jonathan, that's the only ones that really see it. But when I go to, she was with Sanaya. Check this. The girl that I just said, Division II, Augusta girl she was with, is Quentin's cousin. She played at Woodley League. They're family. You know what she said about Hazel? Because she went to Calhoun, bro. Like, she knows what Calhoun is. She's about to be a dog, bro. It's just like the bell curve of being an 11-year-old right now.
Right.
That is what Hazel is dealing with. That's what Kaylee's dealing with. That's what Morgan is dealing with. That's what Ray is dealing with. That's what all these, like, certain girls have and haven't peaked. Like, one of my best friends, he took us to the state championship my junior year. He was 5'10", junior year, he was 5'10" in 8th grade. He was bigger than everybody in middle school. We caught up to him, but he was still a good athlete, right? But he dominated when we were in middle school and all of that. Just because he was bigger.
All that shit catches up, though. In due time.
So, that was a long-ass rant.
You needed to get that off your chest.
But this is the spot to do it. I think if we're going to get some views,
Yeah,
this is probably what it's going to be.
Yeah, now when it comes back to parenting, man, you still got to put your child through the ringer. And you know my main problem with these parents? They don't want to let their kid go through no adversity. They want to snatch them out and put them somewhere where they're going to put them on the pedestal.
Right.
I've never been for that.
Bro, like I
I've
said,
never been for that. I'm going to explain something to y'all. When we tried this with Kaylee, we understood Kaylee like basketball, this, that, and the third. We go sign her up for the Cuban grant. I noticed down the way, there's a little big head boy down there, killing. Do you hear me? I mean, killing. So I'm just, Kaylee ain't doing nothing, so I'm really not paying her no attention. I'm paying attention to the little boy down here on the court. Killing. So, I come to Kaylee and ask her, do you really want to try this? Do you really want to do this? And she tells me yes. So I explained to my wife, okay, you got to come to the next practice. So she comes. Once again, Kaylee still ain't doing shit. She's still a kid out here. You know what I'm saying? She ain't really got her feet wet in none of this. I'm telling my wife, watch the boy. Watch the boy.
who's the boy?
Carter Moses. Watch the boy down here.
Right.
So that was the conversation in the car as we left. I said, Kaylee, if you want to do this, you got to come back as the Lady Carter.
Yeah.
You have to come back as that version of it, and I won't see nothing. We went to a few tequila trainers, and I just, first, to keep it real, my wife was doing this with me. I was in a whole other world with this shit. My wife was doing this with her, and she got to the point where she just kept trying to get me to go buy her a basketball hoop. I'm like, what the fuck you need a hoop for? And she can't even dribble. No, she got to be able to shoot. I'm like, Canel, you could be the best shooter. If you can't get that shot off, what the fuck? Who gonna know about it?
Right.
So me, I focus strictly on the dribbling. I had an uncle call me up. He knew we were trying to do this, he called me up and he told me about the dribble up stuff.
That's where we started.
I box over there, ball somewhere over here. We went and got Kaylee to dribble up, let her do her thing. But my thing with it was like, I'm gonna give this to Kaylee, but I want to see how she handles it.
Right.
Used to be in this garage every motherfucking day.
Yep, same.
Every day. iPad on the floor, right here, dribbling her little tail off. Every day. So now it's like, okay. And then she's getting better at it. She's getting out here, we're going to the park. We ain't making no shots, but we impressing a few little kids out here because we can go between our legs and behind our back.
Right.
Great. Now how it all unfolds, now my wife is on me, we need to get her a trainer. What the fuck you need a trainer for it? Well, that's what I said at first, but then I had to realize I play football. I really don't know the ins and outs of this basketball shit. But I do know how I want my daughter to be playing. Now that I do know. So I went to the barbershop talking to Herb. Herb is the catalyst to all this stuff. Don't nobody know that though. Herb always in the barbershop talking basketball stuff. Herb, I need a trainer. Who you recommend?
Who do you recommend?
P. Herb and P are blood cousins.
Really?
Yes. You didn't know this?
I'd be trying to stay out. I didn't know that.
Yes, Herb is his big cousin.
Then that motherfucker needs to go slap his ass up a little bit and let him know we got this.
Herb is the big cousin, right?
Sorry.
So Herb put us down with P. And I honestly, when I first met P was cool dude. But the shit he tried to make Kaylee do at first, I said, he must really don't want to train her.
See, hold on. I see P with some people, and they be doing shit that's easy for people. But I think it's a tactic of you got to really make sure you want to be doing this shit.
Okay, now let me go back to this. Nothing he gave her was easy.
Oh, okay. So
A whole bunch of difficult shit. I'm like, ain't no way he want to train her.
Oh, got it.
But to my surprise, the shit he had her doing it, she did it.
Right.
I said, oh shit, we on to something.
Right.
We on to something. I said, okay, he gonna pull some shit out of her. Okay, let's pay the man and keep this moving. So that's what we ended up doing. Time goes on, me and P end up getting cool. P explains to me like, hey, at some point you're gonna have to get her a female trainer.
For real?
Yep. This is what P told me. He said, because there's some things in the girls' game that I just don't know to teach them. And this is what he told me. Kudos to him. So this is how Slush Pro comes into the equation. We get invited to the FBC, the Jungle Camp, which is I want to say is a 2-3 day event. They go on in the weekend. They do it in St. Francis. Big deal. That's where we met Slush. And I didn't know nothing about Slush. I'm gonna keep it real.
I did.
I did.
I knew who she was.
But I knew the room that we were in, she commanded and got a lot of respect from everybody. So I went up to her and made sure Kaylee took a picture with me. Bam, we got our picture. Moved on. You know, she told me who she was and what she did. You know, okay, cool.
Play with Sparks.
Yeah, she didn't even go into all that. She just told me she was a trainer.
But that's where I knew her from.
Okay. See, she didn't even go into none of that with me. She just told me she trains, and, you know, check her out or whatever. She told me her name. For a while, I've been watching her, probably about 2 months. I find her on Instagram, start watching her. Me, I'm big. I want to hear your philosophies and how you talk about the game. Because my thing is, I don't want nobody babying Kaylee and we done all had our foot in our ass.
Right.
You're going to fuck up the whole philosophy of, you know what I'm saying, of what we trying to do. Slush, straight foot to ass, both feet. She keeps both feet in your ass. She don't care about none of that shit. It's all about trying to make you better. And props to her. I gotta get back on my goddamn Slush program. Real talk. This middle school shit that fucked all that up. They was doing 2-a-days. It was wild. But nevertheless, P, Slush, if y'all get a chance to go pay these people to work with y'all children, I would advise it. And that was my thing, is making sure everybody's on the same track. Because a lot of these people don't talk the same. And that's what I wanted Katie to understand. Everybody got to be on the same lingo. You know what I'm saying? You fucking up, everybody got to tell you fucking up.
Right.
In those words, you're fucking up. Not no, ooh, baby, it's going to be okay, don't do it. No, you're fucking up.
It's funny how your or Kaylee's path is different in how you look at things. Because, I mean, obviously, I played all three. But I was definitely a baseball guy. But I knew two things. I knew I wanted to have daughters, and I knew I didn't want them to play baseball or softball. The emotional stress that comes with that game is just, you can play basketball and get up and down the court, stop thinking, and you'll be fine. But in baseball, boy, you got a lot of time to think about it while you're playing.
Right.
And I'm thankful she has a trainer in Calhoun that is a little, he can get in their ass, but not many people are harder on her than me. Nobody is, actually. So that definitely does come from me, because I feel like if I do it, it'll be easier for her later on.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's the, like, we don't all got to say the same shit. I think people will have, as far as approach can be the same. You said it on.
That's what it is for me. The approach got to be the same.
Right.
We all like.
The goal has to be. We all got to think what the goal is. So I think that's why when I talk to P first, or Hunter in Calhoun, or if I talk to a coach at a college or something, I'm always like, I'm one of those guys that will overshare to a fault sometimes. But we have to be clear on what she's trying to do, because if you're not trying to help her do that, then that's my problem. So that approach. Now, as far as your philosophy on what you train her, even when I was talking to Sanaya, I need her to be like more aggressive and all of that, but I'll leave the training up in the air because of where she started. Because she started with the dribble up too, right? Mm-hmm. And I even told Sanaya this yesterday. The thing about my life that was true, which held me back because I didn't realize that when I was playing ball, what the answer was for, and I said this to all the girls at practice, because he was saying everybody needed to slow down. But for me, the answer was always the opposite of whatever the general answer was for the majority. I don't know why my life is that way. It's still that way today. Right. So with Hazel, that's why I made sure, like, you don't need to slow down. Like, P, that's fine, you know. P, that's fine. You can generally say that about everybody, right? And everybody probably should slow down some. Mm-hmm. But you, which she felt like I was calling her out, you do not need to slow down. I made sure I said that. And I only say that because I knew when we got dribble up, she was 4 or 5. Like, we got it, you know.
See, we didn't even start it that early.
We did.
We did it.
And that's why you can go and you still look at her scores now. Her left hand's always been better than her right. Mm-hmm. A lot of people, if you don't watch her, you might not see that a lot. Mm-hmm. But like the Little League people that have seen her, like, they know. Like, her left hand, she dribbles better with her left hand. It's weird. But the one thing that I have to credit to her development is she was 4 or 5 in 2018 and 19, mm-hmm. right? That is when I came across Paige in her senior year, when she won Gatorade National Player of the Year. And she was
in high school.
And she was on YouTube, like we're watching now, where everybody's on YouTube now. And then came in and immediately won AP Player of the Year as a freshman. Mm. And when that happened, and we've seen Paige live 3 times, bro.
Oh, really?
Yes. So I went to her sophomore year. She actually tore her ACL like 2 weeks before. We had already bought tickets to Georgia Tech, so they came to Tech. Then they actually lost that game, but she had wrote a little card shout out Paige for sure. Like, but she wrote a card to Paige, and we were standing in line because we were there super early. And I gave it to a guy from Connecticut that knew the trainer. So he took it. Now, I don't know if she was in the back at that game, but they gave it to the staff, and they came back with a T-shirt. So she got a Connecticut T-shirt. I mean, Gino's 5 feet from me, bro. Like, we're first row, you know? And that really paved the way for her, just wanting that shit. Or to whatever degree it could have been at that age, right? The next year, we go to South Carolina. They got the shit beat out of them. South Carolina put it on them, bro. But I met Plies.
That was the game he was at.
Yeah. I got a picture of Plies.
I remember all that.
And they got smacked. And then the following year, we traveled to Knoxville. Actually, backtrack. After the Tech, we took a year off because she was hurt and out. And then the next year, we went to South Carolina. And then after that was her senior year, 5th year. We go to Tennessee. And Coach Caldwell, shout out Coach Caldwell, because she knows Hazel too, was doing her little 5-in, 5-out sub that she does. Beat Gino in Knoxville while we're there the 3rd time by like 8. Crazy, bro.
Right.
And what's crazy about that was actually her junior year. From that moment that they lost to the time Paige won her national championship, they didn't lose a game.
Yeah, she was bad, man.
And that alone, just, I'm very thankful of the timing of that. I know we don't like the whatever, but like that to me is like the difference in certain stuff. Like God really put that in her kind of path. And that's something that I recognize like early, you know.
See, when it comes to that, I would credit mine to Malaysia.
I like Malaysia.
They called me down here to watch this game, wife and daughter. You know,
I watch women's sports, bro. Shout out Jenny Finch and Kat Osterman when I was like 12 years old, bro. I watch women's sports.
I'll come down there and watch it, but after watching Malaysia, she turned me on to really like watching girls basketball. Like,
You didn't watch Diana Taurasi, bro?
I didn't see them play before, but
Man,
I'm
come on.
into it. I'm
Shout out to Go. She's a go.
I've seen them play before, but I just never was really into it. I'm gonna keep it real with y'all.
I think that's why I like Paige
There's
so much.
other things going on in my life. We wouldn't tripping on that.
But how old? See, I was 10 years younger than you. I was like 13 at that time. You was 23.
Yes.
You see what I mean?
Yeah.
12, like.
You into sports?
Boy, I was like, I remember my first time watching Sports Center. You know?
Right.
But I shout out, like, for me, it was Diana Taurasi. I mean, I was even, my family's from Tennessee, so when Candace Parker came through, I was a hater, bro. Because I was just like, nah. DT, boy, like, cold, bro, you know? And it was just
It was bad.
cold. And then because Paige shows her that, it was just cool that I had a daughter that liked the girl that Paige looks up to Diana, bro. Like, and you know it, you know?
I get it.
So I think it's I don't know, man. As a parent, just watching all that and seeing them, it's gonna be interesting the next few years, bro.
And see, like me, y'all have one player that y'all design. Like, I don't know, we not like that. Kaylee, I want to take a little bit of your game. I want to take a little bit of your game. I want to take a little bit of your game. And then we turn it into Kaylee.
Well, you know how they say Kobe again. You know how they say Kobe just mimicked Jordan.
Definitely.
So it's like, if you got one, you got one. Now I will say this: what we're talking about with the parenting thing and all that shit, like, she needs to shoot the ball more. Well, guess what? Paige needs to shoot the ball more. That's a known thing.
Right.
So everybody can complain about that, and I can send you that thing from Grok that says whatever about being passive or your style of play. But at the end of the day, she has mimicked her. So I can't argue with it.
Right.
You know what I mean? So
I be wanting Kaylee to mimic Jordan. Make them motherfuckers fear you out there.
it's just, well, that's different.
Everybody want to play against LeBron. People didn't want to play against Jordan.
Having that killer instinct.
They didn't want to play against Kobe.
Right.
That's the difference.
Right.
And that's the difference that I want her to be. Don't these people come to the gym and think it's supposed to be this. No. You step on their neck.
It's not a skill thing though. It's that killer. I think that's what it is.
And that's what I'm trying to develop, that killer instinct.
Right.
Because right now it's not skills, it's all mental at this point.
I'm so glad she didn't play softball. Boy, I tell you, the mental side.
It's all mental right now.
Well, look, that was a long one.
An hour.
No, and the hour is fine. Shout out Shoot 360, shout out DH12, Jet Academy, Dwight, Coach P, everybody. Shout out That's How You Ball. This is new episode 2.
Shout out to DH12 parents, man.
Yeah, the DH12 parent.
And the girls.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I want to say shout out to parents again because this whole episode is wrapped around certain things. I'm going to cut everything probably about the programs.
It is what it is.
And but the hour that we went, even though it's long,
you should still have some good stuff in there.
Well, I'm going to edit it out so it'll be shorter anyway. You know what I mean?
Make it do what it do.
But I do want to say, shout out to the parents that we have because it's very rare that you got a set of parents that don't hate each other. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So shout out to everybody in the group, and appreciate
it. Shout out to the ones that be hating on each other.
Oh yeah, shout out y'all too.
Y'all need some love too, because I mean, goddamn.
Hating on the people that lie and act like we don't know what's going on, bro. We just putting it out there because we know that it's already out there.
We know.
You know what I mean?
We know.
All right, y'all.
Peace out.